I'll never forget the feeling of panic when I was turned away at that foreign hospital. I was thousands of miles from home, in a country where I didn't speak the language, and there I was standing in front of a receptionist, holding my stomach, trying to explain that something was really wrong. I'd been sick for days, but this felt different. I remember the cold look on the receptionist's face. She wasn't being rude, it was just that. Well, I wasn't on her radar. My insurance wasn't on their list. And all I could think was, wait, I bought travel insurance. Why is this happening? There I was, clutching my passport like it could somehow help me, feeling utterly helpless. I've traveled before. I thought I was prepared. But that moment when I realized I might not get the care I needed, it hit me hard. You know, you always hear those what if stories, like what if something happens to you while you're traveling? What if you need help and you can't get it, but you never really think it'll happen to you? I didn't. I didn't think I'd be one of those people scrambling to figure out how to get help when things were going south. But I was. I spent hours on the phone with my insurance company trying to find out what the heck went wrong. It turns out that the hospital wasn't part of their network. And then, just when I thought the day couldn't get worse, they told me the network I was covered for was only in certain regions, and I wasn't in one of them. Now, I don't know if you've ever had to deal with something like that, but I remember feeling so small and alone. I couldn't even communicate with the doctors, let alone try to get my insurance to cover the bills that were piling up. It was a nightmare. But then, that's when I stumbled on something that changed everything. A friend had mentioned this service called Insure to me a while back. They said it was a hack for travelers, something that could save you when nothing else seemed to work. I didn't think much of it at the time, but in that moment, with everything feeling like it was spiraling out of control, I remembered. I quickly pulled out my phone, searched it up, and within minutes, I found a contact who was able to connect me with someone who spoke both English and the local language. I explained the whole mess. They worked directly with my provider and helped me get the approval I needed to get treated. I wasn't stuck with the full medical bills, and I wasn't left standing in a foreign hospital feeling completely abandoned. I'm telling you, it was nothing short of a lifeline. I don't know what would have happened if I didn't have that resource. I might still be standing in that emergency room, trying to figure out what went wrong. But that's the thing. When you're traveling, there are always going to be unexpected bumps. The difference is, you don't have to go through them alone. What I learned from that experience is simple. Travel insurance isn't just something you buy and forget about. You need to know what's covered, and more importantly, you need to have a way to make sure your insurance actually works when you need it. I used to think it was just a piece of paper or a website I'd glance at before my trip, but now, it's something I really lean on. I trust Insure because they actually helped me in a way that felt real and personal. I wasn't just a number to them. They took my situation seriously, and they helped me get the care I needed. It wasn't a miracle, it was just good, solid support when I didn't know where to turn. So, if you're about to travel, whether for business or leisure, I can't recommend them enough. It might seem like just another thing to add to your to-do list, but when the time comes, trust me, you'll be so glad you have it. I'm not saying it's a magic fix for everything, but when it comes to feeling safe while you're out there in the world, you can't beat having the right help. I know I won't be traveling without it again.